In the early hours of a chilly November night, Patrick Kennedy, a 21-year-old college student, bid farewell to his friends after a night of celebration. Little did they know it would be the last time they would see him alive. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, with no sign of Patrick. Then, a grim discovery of body matching his description was found floating in a nearby river, his fate sealed by the unforgiving currents. As investigators combed through the evidence, they found no clear answers, only haunting questions that lingered in the shadows. Brian Wells was a promising young athlete with a bright future ahead of him, but one fateful night, his life took a dark turn. After a night of partying with friends, Brian vanished without a trace. Weeks later, his lifeless body was discovered in a river, his once vibrant spirit extinguished by the cold embrace of the water. Like so many others before him, Brian's death left more questions than answers, a puzzle with missing pieces that seemed destined to remain unsolved. Joshua Smith was a popular college student with a wide circle of friends and a promising future, but on a night like any other, he disappeared without a trace, leaving his loved ones reeling with shock and disbelief. Despite exhaustive search efforts, Joshua's fate remained unknown until his body was discovered weeks later, floating in a nearby river. The circumstances surrounding his death bore a chilling resemblance to those of other young men who had met a similar fate, fueling speculation and suspicion among investigators and the public alike. Michael Thompson was a bright young man with a passion for adventure and a thirst for life. But when he failed to return home one fateful night, his loved ones were plunged into a nightmare of uncertainty and dread. Days turned into weeks, and still, there was no sign of Michael. Then, a grim discovery of body matching his description was found submerged in a nearby river, his once vibrant smile now frozen in eternal repose. As investigators delved into the circumstances surrounding his death, they uncovered eerie parallels to other cases, raising troubling questions about the existence of a sinister force at work. David Harris was a beloved member of his community, known for his infectious smile and generous spirit. But when he failed to return home after a night out with friends, his loved ones feared the worst. Their worst fears were realized when David's body was discovered days later, washed ashore in a remote riverbank. The circumstances surrounding his death bore a striking resemblance to those of other young men who had met a similar fate, igniting speculation and suspicion among those left behind. As the investigation unfolded, the chilling reality of David's final hours began to take shape, painting a picture of darkness and despair that seemed to lurk just beneath the surface of everyday life.